Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? And we had a great day today. Great morning. Thank you guys for hanging out with us that came to the live stream that we had. Had a really good morning going, really good day, right up until the end of the day when the internet crapped out on me. It already went out one time today. Then it went out like 10 minutes before the market closed. I rushed back home so that we could trade this DIS together. And I get home, the internet is gone. It starts shutting down when I'm trying to get everything situated, and it's gone. So I missed the DIS trade. It would have made today phenomenal. We already had an amazing day. That DIS trade would have made the day phenomenal. And I said all day that I'm looking for it to gap up. That was the read on it. With all the guidance and everything coming along with the live stream that they're going to do. Now, the only question was, is that priced in already? But obviously it's not. I didn't think it was. So really nice move on DIS. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. But that's what turned my day from being really, really good to, so, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see if we can kind of piggyback off today. But one thing I want to share with you. Now, you guys know me. If somebody has a concern or a complaint or whatever that they put out publicly, I'm not going to hide it. Even privately, I'll share it with you if it has merit. So today on the live stream video, this person, no name, no nothing. Most of the times I just ignore, or I don't really give much credit to what these guys say that don't reveal their name or pretend that their name is this or that. But if it has some merit, I'm going to address it. And I'm sure this guy isn't the only one, but I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. It said, "Hi Ed, I've been in contact with someone who says he was a member of your Roadmap to Success course previously, but he said when he reached out to you a couple times with regard to booking the mentor sessions, you referred him to a video to watch and about mentorship and teachers." Now, yes, I do have a video on mentoring for success. Everybody that, no matter what, the welcome email has a link to the video. It directs you to that video. When you ask me, or when we're scheduling looking to schedule a mentor session for the first time, the first thing I'm going to do is ask you if you've seen that video. The reason being, we would spend the first hour, the first mentor session, talking about everything that's in that video, that if all you had to do was watch it, you would have a really good understanding and you would be prepared for our first mentor session, ready to hit the ground running. All right, so that's why I direct everybody to the video. Now, and he said, but after that, I never reached back out to him to get our thing booked. He said he felt I blew him off and never once reached out to him to arrange a single mentor session. And then said something about the value, he got access to the video chat room. But I neglected to ensure he received any of the promised one-on-one sessions. All right, I'm going to be straight up with you. It's not my responsibility to make sure you use them. It's my responsibility to provide them. Now, these sessions in the Roadmap special are free. You don't pay for these sessions. They're just a part of it. the videos you get access to are free. I'm not going to sit here and ask you every day, did you watch the video? Did you watch the video? That's not my responsibility. I'm not going to go through and email everybody and say, hey, you haven't used your mentoring time. I don't have time for that. My time is better spent actually doing the mentor sessions and working with these traders who have taken responsibility for themselves and their education, because that's the only way you're going to make it. If you have this type of mentality that you're sitting around waiting for me to give you this and reach out to you for this, you'll never make it in trading. You're going to have to change that mindset. It's you owe you to stay on top of everything that you need and to make sure that you're getting everything that you need to be successful. I mean, I know how to help you get from A to B, from B to C, and C to D, but I can't do for you what you're unwilling to do for yourself. You have to put in work, and I made that abundantly clear from day one. You have got to put in the work. There's no shortcuts, guys. No shortcuts. And you are going to have to get out there, and you're going to have to make it happen. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just the reality of it. I wish it wasn't, but it is. But so I pretty much responded to this person, and and for some reason he took what I said, how I just explained it to you. Said, so the sessions are free, they're available without purchase of any product. That's not what I said. And there's no way I can infer that. But here, and this is coming from somebody who wasn't even identify himself, so I can't work with anybody like that anyway. But you have to, in order to be successful. I'm a teacher, and that's all I want to be. If I was a marketing person, I would be kissing your ass and telling you everything that you want to hear, and painting everything so pretty, and hanging unicorns all around. That's not me, and that's not going to help you be successful. It's not going to help you reach your goals. You're going to have to roll up your sleeves. You're going to have to get to work in order to make it happen. And I've said it time and time again. I wish I had the ability to just pour in your head what I have. I would be rich. I could sell it to you, and that's all it takes. But it just doesn't work that way. You got to put in the work. And everybody that's wanted a mentor session, that's done what they were supposed to do, has gotten it. I do them all week. I do it on my lunch break. I've actually opened up the schedule some, so people that want sessions that day because they had such a bad day and they need to get some stuff figured out, that I have those spots open so that I can help you guys right then and there. And I think I've gone above and beyond the call of duty. So, yeah, you're going to have people that, feel or going to sit back and it's going to want people. It's like I joined, so, now you got to cater to me. No, it doesn't work that way. No, think about if you went to college, all right, you paid your tuition. And if you didn't go to school, that professor wasn't going to call you and say, hey, you need to be coming to class. Or if you don't turn in your assignments, that professor is not going to call you or come knocking on your door saying, hey, you haven't turned in your assignments. What do I need to do to help you turn in your assignments? They're not going to do that in college because you're grown. You're an adult and you're responsible for your own actions. So it's the same way. I'm a teacher. I'm going to hold you responsible. If I don't, I'd be doing you a disservice. You know, it's just like me if I was just giving my students the answers and just giving them grades and not really teaching them anything. I would be doing them the biggest disservice, because when they got out of my class, they wouldn't be able to do anything. You know, they wouldn't be able to walk, fart, and chew bubble gum. So, you know, I'm a teacher at heart, and that's just the way I have to be. So I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna make sure that you understand that you are responsible, that you owe yourself. And don't expect me to do for you what you're unwilling to do for yourself. It's not going to happen. I have standards, I have values, and I'm going to stick to them no matter what. And I've helped so many people, and so many people have come back and said, thank you for holding me accountable. Because that's what I have to do. All right, so enough about that. You know where I stand on that. So if any of you who are members and we haven't talked, and there's a lot of you guys who I have not had one session with, and I've mentioned this in some videos as well. I'm not going to email each one of you individually to come have a session. It's your responsibility to let me know when you're ready. Because I don't know when you're ready. I'm not there with you. So I expect that you would contact me, and I expect that you would do the things that you need to do, handle your responsibilities, so that we can have an effective mentoring session. And just to throw this out there, just this week, it was last week. I was working with a student, and he was like, I'm kind of getting frustrated here because I don't think I don't think these sessions are giving me what I really need. And when he was able to express to me where he felt we were falling short, I was able to make that adjustment, and we had the best session that we have had since we started. And it's all about you stepping up and saying, hey, this is what I need. I'm the teacher. It's my responsibility to make the adjustments. And if that's what I need to do, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm about. All right, so let's move on and talk about today, because we really had fun this morning. If you were on the live stream this morning, you got to see this happen in real time. The video from this morning's live stream is posted on YouTube. I will put it in the description of this video just in case. But if you go to my YouTube channel, you can't miss it. And you got to see this happen live. Now, these are the strategies that I teach, and I trade them every day. I trade them in chat every day. Yes, I have some advanced strategies like all-day holds and the earnings trades. And yeah, we talk about them and stuff. But this is what, when you're learning how to trade, these are the core strategies that's going to help you grow and build your account, and going to teach you how to trade, how to read price action. Because that's what we talk about and talk through all day long when we're dealing with trades, when we're looking at trades. That's why I say that the chat room is an extension. Well, the chat room is a classroom. You watch the videos, you go through the classes, but this is where the rubber meets the road. And so textbook 5-minute opening range breakdown. This one was on SSR. So you guys saw how I had to get in SSR. Some of you question, how do you get in? Because every time I try to get in, it rejects my order. I showed you have to put your order above the price that it's trading, above the bid. You can put it on the ask, but all you need to do is put it 1 cent above the bid. So at the time, this was starting to wash out, and it just kind of ran away from the entry price I had. And so I had to sit and wait for this to come back. You never want to chase a stock down. You always want to set your level. You have a max entry level that you want to use. Here was my ideal. I could have moved it down about 10, 20 cents if I needed to. But I waited and I gave it time to come back. It did go back and hit my order and then started to sell off. Hit my first target. Second target was right here, just under red to green. Now, yeah, I could have just waited and took it off here and took half off right here. But this is a huge move. You talking about from 111 down to 108. That's a 3-point move on a stock that just had this huge candle at the open. So I'm not going to anticipate this to make it all the way. So I'm going to take half off along the way. I'm going to lock in some profit. And that's what I did. And I just locked in profit at strategic levels of points along the way. And you can see I traded this the same way I would have traded it if I was trading 200 or 300 shares in my small account. And I'll try to remember to tell you about that at the end. But this is the same way. I don't trade it any differently. Now, the dollar amount of my risk is going to be more, but the level are going to stay the same. They're going to stay the same. My risk was a loss of the 5-minute opening range low. It would have been that whether I traded it 100 shares, 200 shares, or 300 shares in my small account, or 500 shares in my main account. I could have traded it 1,000 shares if I wanted to, but 500 is my sweet spot, and we made it work. So last cover was down here. I kind of left this on to see, how far we can go. So 100 I felt was going to be the bounce point. So that's why I put the last order at 100. We were selling through this so good, and we did get hung up here a bit, but I felt if we did break through and we sold down, we would get to 100, and that's exactly what we did. And we bounced and started to reject here. We could not push back up over this 101.85 level and the 9. And so I got back in, and we never broke trend. We continued to make lower lows and lower highs. And it just kind of worked this way right down to my first target. My final target was this 96.57 level. And I thought we were going to sell off to it going into the close, but it started to bounce. And of course, my day is not complete unless I make a mistake. And I had 100 shares still on. I accidentally did the cover order for 200, and so it made me 100 shares long, and I just kind of took it off. I kind of let it sit there for a minute, and I was like, no, we're about to close, and it's only 100 shares, so just kill it and try to get yourself ready for earnings. And sure enough, the internet started crapping out on me. So really, really nice trade on EXPE. We maximized the potential. Now, yeah, I had different stocks on watch, but this one had the most potential. It looked like we were going to be able to take out the 52-week low. So that's my 52-week lows. That's my favorite. That is my favorite. So it brought me to it, and it really worked out well. So you guys are wanting to know how much I made early on today, I do not look at my P&L throughout the day. I will not look at it, because if I do, it will cause me to try and take more trades and all of that. I don't want to do that. I just want to make sure I take the opportunities that the chart gives me, and I'm not trading for P&L. I'm not trading for money. I'm trading to maximize these moves. 2317.09 on 500 shares. Only 500 shares, and we made $2,300 today. Started shorting it at 110.78, and we worked it all the way down to 100, all the way down. The last cover was at 97.48. I mean, you don't see this every day, but when you do see it, you want to maximize that opportunity. Just like Monday was a really good day as well. We were able to maximize that opportunity and have a good day Monday. So really, really happy, and could have added about $600 to $1,000 extra on this. We probably could have had a $3,300 to $3,500 day if I had been able to trade DIS like I wanted to. But woulda, coulda, shouldas don't pay the bills. We locked it in, and really, really proud. Textbook opening range, textbook trend continuation. We did have bounces. Not at no time did the trend break, and we stayed in it. The only reason I got out here was we were going into the close, but it never broke the trend here either. So even though we bounced, we never made a higher high. All right, so DIS, this is the move we were looking for right here. Beautiful. From about, obviously I would have gotten in around 133.50 right before the close. This thing ran all the way up 138, and it kept going all the way up to 140, 141. So really, really nice move on this. Really nice move. And tonight I'm just gonna be sick about it. That's all it is to it. I just gotta be sick about it. All right, so that's gonna wrap up today. Really, really good day. I don't even know if I can top this tomorrow, but this just gives you an idea of the kind of money you can make trading smaller size. You do not need to trade 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 shares, to make really good money. You don't have to. You don't have to incur that kind of risk. Our risk was small. Our profit potential was great. And as long as we execute, it's going to happen. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for me today. You guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.